Hello everyone. So I will simply start away with my live. Just let me know whether I'm audible or not, and I'll start right away. Okay. Anyways, this live is going to be a recorded live later on in my YouTube channel. So you all can access this live video whenever you want. So I'll simply start my video soon. Hmm. Okay, so I'll simply start. I still have got confusions regarding the orientation of the video in YouTube. Anyways, I'll start right away. So today I will be teaching you how to do a sunburst granny square. This is how a sunburst granny square looks like. I have made this using acrylic yarn or simply the wool that is available in the market. So you can make this with any yarn of your choice. So this one is made with acrylic yarn, and today, but this one is made with acrylic yarn, but today I'll just change it and use embroidery flosses. These are known as embroidery flosses. The price in India is very less, 5 rupees per embroidery floss. Okay. So I always prefer using these threads or embroidery flosses for all my crochet crafts because this gives a neat work. So today I will be using this. This is my third live video. I did live earlier too, but this is the third live video regarding crochet. So I'll just simply give an introduction of what I'm going to teach today and what I taught in my last two videos. So in my first crochet live video, I taught you how to do a classic granny square, which I taught you how to do double crochet stitches and simple stitches like chains, slip knots, slip stitch, magic circle, etc. So this was done in the first week, and this is how it looks on changing colors. Okay, so I'll just keep it aside. In my second week, I taught you how to do a solid granny square. This is how a solid granny square looks like with a dense pattern. And this is how it looks when you use different colored yarn for making this. So both of these are granny squares and they have got different patterns as you can observe. So I taught you how to do a classic granny square and I taught you how to do a solid granny square. In solid granny square also, you will be using double crochet stitches, chains, slip knots, slip stitches, the basic stitches that are required. So keeping this aside, today I will be teaching you how to do a sunburst granny square, and in this you are going to learn new stitches like triple crochet stitch, half double crochet stitch, puff stitch, and of course cluster stitch. Okay, so these are few stitches that is new in my live video. I have done multiple crochet videos in my channel, guys. Multiple tutorials are there on crochet. Earlier I used to do so many tutorials, so you will get bundle of those in my channel. However, I have started doing live sessions. So in live today, I will teach you new stitches, and they are, I've just written it down in short because today's stitch is different from the earlier. We will be teaching you how to do a double crochet stitch, which is a DC, chain, half double crochet, triple crochet, puff stitch, and cluster stitch. So these are all new stitches. Okay. So keeping this aside, I've written on the pattern also. However, I have provided a link in my description box of this video. You can check that out. There is the link to the written pattern of today's pattern. This is a sunburst granny square. Today I will be teaching you how to do this. So new special stitches are the puff stitch and cluster stitch. And in next live class, that will be in Sunday, next Sunday, I will be teaching you how to do a popcorn stitch. So with as the classes advances, the level also advances. Okay. So different type of stitches. I will introduce you with different stitches with granny squares. Then I'll start with actual projects. Okay, so let's begin. I hope I'm audible and visible, and I'm sorry for the orientation again because it is literally difficult for me to understand how to orient my camera. Okay, so let's start. Just keeping this aside, I will be doing the same pattern but with different thread. So for this, I have used this yarn. This is the simple wool that is available in the local market. Okay, this is called acrylic yarn or simple wool. This is not pure wool. This mixture, so it's called acrylic. So I have made this using this, but today I will be using different yarn, and that is the embroidery floss. This is the embroidery floss. These are available in market easily, 5 rupees per embroidery floss. So easily available in the market. So these are the things that I'm using. And one more thing, the size of the hook that you will be needing for this embroidery floss. I always use 1.75 millimeter crochet hook. The 1.75 millimeter was written here, but with years this got removed. So I have been using this yarn, sorry, this hook since the last 5 years. So this is really an awesome hook. You can use other sizes also, starting from 0.75 to maybe 2 millimeters. I'm using 1.75 millimeter. Okay, this will give you perfect, neat and clean, thick uh, stitches. I'll simply start with my tutorial. Let's keep only the thread that I'll start with, keeping it slightly away. So I'll start with a magic circle. This is the basic thing you need to know before starting how to do a crochet. I'm keeping this scissors also away. So I will start with a magic circle. I have taught you how to do a magic circle in the last two live videos also. I'll teach you again. So just hold your yarn like this, form an X in this manner and turn. Just secure the ends with the fingers. Okay, it's very easy. Take your hook, insert it into the first loop and pull the second loop from below. Okay, and then take it and do yarn over and pull it through the loop, and your magic circle is ready. I'll repeat it. This is a magic circle. Okay, I'll just repeat it again. This is the first thing you need to know. Just start it again. Sorry if I'm not audible or visible properly. So I'll take the thread, yarn, loop it around my finger forming an X and hold it like this. Insert our hook below the first loop, pull it in this manner, and then simply yarn over, pull it through the loop in the hook. You will practice this over and over again. Okay, so this is how you do a magic circle, and why it is called a magic circle, I'll just simply show you. You can do multiple stitches in this circle, and above all, if you pull this end and this long end together, and it will open up. That is why it is called a magic circle or adjustable circle, magic ring, anything. I always prefer doing magic circles for these projects. You can, however, do chains, rings also. I will teach you someday later how to do a chain ring. That is also very easy. I'll show you how to do a magic circle one last time in this video, then start away with the first round. Just hold the yarn, wrap it around your finger forming an X. In this way, hold both the ends together with your finger. Insert your hook below the first loop and pull the second loop in this manner. Yarn over and pull it through the loop that is present inside your hook, and your magic circle is ready. So this is a magic circle, and why it is also known as adjustable, because if you pull this loose end in this manner, the circle will become smaller and it will also become larger if you pull it from this side. That is why it is called an adjustable ring also. That is why I always prefer doing magic circles rather than chain rings. Okay, so I'll start away with the first round. Since this round is going to contain double crochet stitches, so I will just do a chain two to increase the height, and we will not consider that as any stitch. How to do a chain 2? Yarn over, pull it through the loop, and it is a chain. Do it one more time. Yarn over and pull it through the loop, and a chain is done. So two chains are done and our height has increased. As you can see, this is the height. So double crochet stitches are of this height, that's why we did a chain 2. If you do chain 3, then you will consider that as a double crochet, but we will not go into such complexities in this phase. Simply do a chain 2 and forget that it's a stitch. Okay, always begin this round with chain 2. We will do 16 double crochet in the magic circle. So now we are beginning with the first round. Okay, how to do a double crochet? Yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring, pull your yarn through it. You have got 3 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. And this is how you do a double crochet stitch. I'll show this to you one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring, pull your yarn through it, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. And this is how you do a double crochet. I'll just show this to you again for one last time slowly. Yarn over, insert your hook in the magic circle and pull your yarn through it. You have got 3 loops in the hook. Okay. Oops, I'll just do it once more. You need to hold the magic circle with your hands. Okay. Otherwise, there will be slight problems. So yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull your yarn through it. We have got 3 loops. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops. Again yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. This is how you do a double crochet. So I did a total of 3 double crochets. I need to do 13 more double crochets. So I'll just slowly speed up and then again slow down at the end of this round. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As you can see, I have got a good speed because I have been practicing crochet over more than 5 years. So I've got a good grip. You need to practice it over and over again. In 1 week or so, it will be easier for you to do. Okay. So how many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Last 3 I'll do slowly. Okay. So how to do a double crochet? Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull your yarn through it, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. This is how you do a double crochet. One more time. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. One more double crochet is left to be done. Yarn over, insert your hook in the magic ring, pull your yarn through it, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So 16 double crochets are done. I'll just count it for confirming because it is necessary to do 16 multiple of 4. Okay. In Sunburst Granny Square, you need to maintain the pattern. Written pattern is available. Click the description box. There is a link to the written pattern for this particular Granny Square, and it will be easier for you to follow in that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 are done. Okay. So 16 double crochets are done. Now what we will do, take this end and pull it tightly. And as you can see, on pulling this, the the opening got closed. So that is why it is called an adjustable ring also, right? So we have closed our magic ring. Now we will simply complete this round with a slip stitch. How to do a slip stitch? Insert your hook in the first double crochet stitch of this round in this way, okay? Yarn over and pull your yarn through that stitch. You can see two loops in the hook. Simply pull the first loop through the second one. And this is how you do a slip stitch. Don't worry, I'll be showing you how to do a slip stitch over and over again throughout this work, and it's super easy. After the slip stitch, simply do a chain one. This is how you do a chain one and cut the yarn. So your first round is actually a small circle. This is how you do a circle. Okay, and super easy, isn't it? Now we'll simply just hide this loose end through the stitches in this way. It is easier. I'll just cut away this extra yarn because it is of no use. So our beautiful circle is ready. Now, so the first round is completed. Now we are going to move to the next round of puff stitches, which is a completely new stitch if you are a complete beginner. In the last class, I taught you how to do a double crochet stitch. Today also double crochet round is done. Today a new stitch will take place. That's a puff stitch. Okay. So the next round I think I'll be using pink colored, right? I'll be using the pink colored embroidery floss. So I'll quickly show you how to do a slip knot. Similar to magic ring, just a small magic ring. So just wrap your yarn in this way, forming an X. Pull your first loop and from below take out your second one. Now grab this loose end and this second loop that we took out together, and a slip knot is formed. And if we pull it apart, it will also open up. So this is how you do a slip knot. I'll just show this to you again once more. Just just wrap it, forming an X. Pull your first loop and from below take out your next second loop. And then pull your second loop and this loose end together. And your slip knot is ready. I'll show you how to do a slip knot in the next round also, so don't worry. So this is a slip knot. Now what we will do, we will simply start with the round 2. As usual, as I taught you, round 2, we will start with a chain 2 for increasing the height. So insert your hook in any stitch of the last round. We will do a slip stitch here. How to do a slip stitch? Inserted the hook, pull the yarn through that stitch. And as I taught you earlier, pull the first loop through the second one and a slip stitch is done. I'll show you how to do this in the next round also, so don't worry. I'll not repeat it in this round. Wait till the second round where I'll repeat it again, and I'll repeat it again in the third round also, so don't worry. So after that a slip stitch, we will do a chain 2 for increasing the height, and as usual this chain 2 is not considered as any stitch as it is only used for increasing the height. Now we will start with this round right away. Okay, so I will teach you now how to do a puff stitch, and carefully observe how I'm doing this. It is super easy. Just we since the last round contained 16 double crochet stitches, so in this round we will be doing 16 puff stitches. So I'll show you how to do a puff stitch 16 times. So it will be super easy for you to learn and follow, right? So yarn over. Insert your hook in the same stitch where you did the slip stitch. Pull your yarn through it. You have got 3 loops, okay? Again yarn over. Insert your hook in the same stitch. Pull your yarn through it. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 loops, okay? Again yarn over. Insert your hook in the same stitch. Pull your yarn through it. And now you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 loops in the hook, okay? Now yarn over and pull this through all the 7 loops slowly. Be careful. And your first puff stitch is done. Simply do a chain 1 to secure this puff stitch. Okay, so this is how you do a puff stitch. I repeat it. Yarn over. I hope you understood it in the first time only. So I did yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, pull your yarn through it. And yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, in the same stitch, and pull your yarn through it. Okay. If you count, we will be having 7 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull it through all the 7 loops slowly. And your second puff stitch is done. Secure the puff stitch with a chain 1, that is yarn over, pull your yarn through the loop already present in the hook. Thank you, my dear husband Abhishek Das, for supporting me. I am really happy. Okay, so this is how you do a puff stitch. Now, for puff stitch, I have just shown you how to do a puff stitch for 3 loops. 3 times I have inserted it. You can also repeat it for 5 loops. It's let me show that to you, but then I'll open it up. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. I did it for 3 times, right? You can do it for as many times as you want. Maybe total 5 times, total 6 times. The more number of times you insert your hook in the stitch, the denser the puff stitch is going to look, and it will also look beautiful. But I just need less dense puff stitches, so I have done only 3 time insertion. Okay. So we have got 7 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull it through all the 7 loops. Okay, and do a chain 1. This is how you do a puff stitch. Repeat it for all the remaining stitches. So we did 3 puff stitches. I'll just show this to you one more time slowly, then speed up and then again slow down at the end. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. This is how you do a puff stitch. Just yarn over and pull it through all the 7 loops in the hook, and then do a chain 1 to secure it. As simple as that. If you are a complete beginner, simple practice will help you a lot because it is really an easy stitch. Okay. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. We have got 3 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. We have got 5 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. We have got 7 loops. Now, yarn over and pull that through all the 7 loops slowly. Otherwise, there will be slight problem in your stitch and you will have to repeat it. Okay. So, after that, just secure it with a chain 1. And this is how you do a puff stitch. And I really love how a puff stitch looks like. Super cool, isn't it? You can make beautiful projects with this. So I've chosen granny squares only to teach you different type of stitches at first. Then I'll start with actual works. Okay. With granny squares also you can make different type of works like making sweaters, dresses, uh, anything, bags, crafts, everything and anything. I'll just speed up and then again slow down at the end. Okay, just speeding it up slightly because I just cannot take forever to complete this round, right? So, just speeding it up. There are varieties of such stitches: puff stitch, popcorn stitch, bobble stitch, cluster stitch. So similar type of stitches. But in this today's work, I will be teaching you how to do a puff stitch and a cluster stitch. Maybe in the next class, I'll teach you how to do a popcorn stitch, and in some other class, I'll teach you how to do a bobble stitch. Okay, so I'm quickly doing it. 1, 2, and 3. Just inserting the hook for 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, and your puff is done. Don't worry, I slow it down at the end of this round. 1, 2, and 3, and your puff is done. Just, I'll show you the last 3 stitches slowly. If you are a complete beginner, guys, you can simply join the link to my WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll share the link there for complete beginner level stitches and all. You can follow me in my Instagram. All the links are provided in the description box of this particular live. You can directly message me there if you face any problems. I will be happy to help you whenever you want. Okay? 1, 2, and 3. Oh, okay. Last 3 stitches I'll do it slowly. Okay? Showing this. How many I did? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 3 more are left. I'm just showing this to you slowly. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch. Pull your yarn through that stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull that yarn through that stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook in that stitch and pull your yarn through that stitch. You will have 7 loops in the hook if you count it properly. Yarn over and pull it through all the 7 loops slowly. Make sure the hook passes through all the 7 loops, otherwise your puff stitch will look really messy. Do let me know what do you like my tutorials. It will really encourage me. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, oops, I'll show this to you slowly as I promised. I forgot about that. So just yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through all the 7 loops slowly, and then secure it with a chain 1, and this is how you do a puff stitch. Just I'll just count it for one more time for double cross check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One more is left. Just remember, you need to do total 16 puff stitches. It should be a multiple of 4 since a square has got 4 sides, right? I'll just do it slowly. Sorry, I'm just forgetting. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, pull your yarn through it. I love your videos and especially the efforts you are putting on your passion. Thank you so much. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and insert your hook in the stitch and pull your yarn through it. So we have got 7 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull it through all the 7 loops. Okay, and then just do a chain 1, and with this our round 2 has come to an end. We will close this round as usual with a slip stitch as I mentioned you earlier. So how to do a slip stitch? Insert your hook in the first puff stitch. This is the first puff stitch. Just insert your hook in this manner carefully. Oh wait, okay, okay, so I've inserted it. Pull your yarn through that stitch. Okay, you have got 2 loops in the hook. Just simply pull the first loop through the second one. And this is how you do a slip stitch. Isn't this easy? Just do a chain 1. And we will just cut the yarn because our second round is also complete. So very easily we did our uh, second round. Just insert your hook from below and pull this yarn through it. So it will look neat and tidy. Okay, so now we will begin with the third round, and this round I will teach you how to do a cluster stitch. For this I will be using this yellow colored thread. Okay, so as usual at first we will do a slip knot. So take your thread, make a cross like this, and then pull your first loop, and from below we will pull our second loop in this way, and pull the loose end of the yarn and the second loop together. This is how you do a slip knot. I hope it was easy to follow, and you need to practice these simple stitches over and over again. So now just let me cut out this extra yarn, okay? Because I think it's not necessary. Now I'll start with round 3, and here we will learn how to do a cluster stitch, which is equally easy as a puff stitch. So what we will do, simply insert your hook in any chain 1 space. This is the chain 1 space. Insert your hook in any chain 1 space of the last round, and then do a slip stitch. How to do it? Simply pull this yarn through the chain 1 space. Okay, you have got 2 loops. Pull the first loop through the second one, and this is how you do a slip stitch. I'll show this to you again in the next round. You need to practice slip knot, slip stitch, and magic circle over and over again, because these are the basic stitches you need to know. Okay, so let me start with the round first stitch. Always start with a chain 2. This is not a stitch only to increase your height. Okay, so here we will do a cluster stitch. How to do a cluster stitch? Yarn over. Okay, just observe carefully. Insert your hook in the same chain 1 space and pull your yarn through it. You have got 3 loops in your hook. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Okay, now we have got 2 loops in the hook. Yarn over again. Insert your hook in the same chain 1 space. Pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. So we are going to do few sets of incomplete double crochet stitches. Okay, at first. Done. Then yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, pull your yarn through it, and yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Now we have got a total of 5 loops. Okay, what will you'll do? Simply yarn over and pull it through all the 5 loops. This is a cluster stitch. Isn't this easy? And after that we will just secure it with chain 2. We will be doing chain 2s in this round after cluster stitch. So let's repeat it again, guys. I hope you're following my tutorial. Okay, so I'll proceed with it. And also, guys, if you are not following the video, it will be easy for you to follow the written pattern also. For that, simply click the description box. You will get the link to the written pattern of this particular work, and it will be easier for you to follow both the video as well as written pattern. And this live video is going to stay in my channel forever as recorded live, so you can always come back to my channel, click it and watch it and rewatch it. Okay, let's begin with the next cluster stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. One more time, yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. We have got a total of 5 loops in the hook. Simply yarn over and pull it through all the 5 loops together. And your second cluster stitch is also done. Do chain 2 to complete it. We generally do chain one for securing the cluster stitch, but another chain one is done because this is the third round. We need to increase spaces, so that is why chain two. I've put a chain two here. Okay, so we will do the third cluster stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook in the chain one space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first two loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain one space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first two loops. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first two loops. Yarn over and insert your hook in the same chain one space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first two loops. You have got 5 loops in the hook, as you can see. Simply yarn over and pull it through all the 5 loops together, and your third cluster stitch is also ready. Secure it with chain 2. Now I will increase the speed because there is no point in slowing it throughout the round, because then we will take forever to complete this round. However, I'll do the last 3 cluster stitches in slow motion again. So sorry if I'm doing it slightly speed. Sorry. If you want me to slow it down, you can simply comment it, okay? Just speeding it up because I need to complete it in 1 hour, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You need to have 16 cluster stitches in this round. So I'm from India and doing my live from Kolkata. From where are you guys? Do let me know. 5 loops. Pull your yarn through all the 5 loops. So this is how you do a cluster stitch. So today I taught you how to do 2 special stitches. In the last 2 lives I was continuously teaching you that boarding double crochet stitch, isn't it? With time I will be teaching you more important and nice stitches. So follow my channel, subscribe to my channel. It will be easier for me also, because it motivates me a lot if you guys subscribe to it. Because I really put in so much effort. Oh, Abhishek Das is from USA. Yes, I know that because you are my husband. Okay, so this is it. Don't forget to do chain two spaces, otherwise your circle will literally look clumsy. Okay, just stick to the pattern, and the written pattern is always available in my blog. I've attached the link in the description box, so follow that link for the written pattern. Okay. If you are a complete beginner, don't forget to watch my previous 2 videos, okay? And if you want to get regular updates of my live sessions, then join my WhatsApp group. I'll give updates there always. You can also follow me in my Instagram, guys. There you can directly contact with me. However, you can also directly speak to me in my WhatsApp group. So you have got all the opportunities to stay connected with me and my work and my live updates and my written patterns and other videos also. Sorry for all the talkings because this round is slightly lengthy. I simply do few more stitches in a fast track way, then I'll just slow it up for you to follow. Then we'll begin the last round. This is the third round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stick to the same pattern, guys. Don't forget to do any stitch. And I always prefer using 1.75 millimeter crochet hook with embroidery flosses, because you can see all the stitches are so tight and neat, isn't it? I always prefer this hook size for this particular thread. Over the years, I have got an idea of using what kind of yarn with what kind of hooks. So you'll also get the same idea. if you practice regularly, and this is of course very good for your mental health. If you are facing any kind of depression and all, you can simply start crocheting. It will help you a lot. It's really going to help you a lot. So I'll just slow it down again. So for cluster stitch, yarn over, insert your hook in the chain one space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first two loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first two loops, yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain one space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first two loops, and one more time, yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain one space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first two loops. So now we have got 5 loops in the hook. Simply yarn over and pull it through all the 5 loops. Okay, so just we are left with 2 more. Just I'll take some time because my thread got entangled. Let's do it quickly. We have got 2 more cluster stitches to do. So do chain 2, okay, after that, and it's done. Yarn over, insert a hook in the chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, and yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, insert a hook in the chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 1 space and pull your yarn through it. Pull your yarn through the first 2 loops. We will do it for one more time. That is yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. So this is how you do a cluster stitch. Now, sorry, we have not completed it yet. We have got 5 loops in the hook. Simply yarn over and pull that yarn through all the 5 loops together, and a cluster stitch is done. Secure it with a chain 2. 1 and 2. So the last cluster stitch of this round, yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 1 space of the last round, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. So these are like doing incomplete double crochet stitches, isn't it? So we will do it for one more time, that is yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 1 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Now you have got 5 loops in the hook. Simply yarn over and pull it through all the 5 loops together, okay? And your cluster stitch is done. Do a chain 2, that is 1 and 2, and it's done. And now we will do close this round. So round 3 is done and dusted. Simply close this round with a slip stitch. So for that, after the chain 2, after the last chain 2, insert your hook in the first cluster stitch of this round, okay, and pull your yarn through it, okay, and then pull. You have got 2 loops, as you can see in your hook. Pull your first loop through the second one. If you're a complete beginner, it will take some time for you for to achieve the speed with which I am doing, okay, but it may take 1 week or little bit more than that, and then you are good to go. And the first project that you should do as a beginner is always a small flower. That is the easiest thing to do on earth. Or you can simply make squares, anything. Anyways, after the slip stitch, we will do a chain 1, and then it's done. Cut your yarn and pull it, tighten it. Insert your hook in the same cluster stitch from below. Pull this loose end in the back side. It will neaten up your work. Okay. And we will now begin with the last round of this work. For that, I will be using green colored embroidery floss. You can use any embroidery floss, any color of your choice. You can use colors of sunflower like brown, then slightly light yellow, then dark yellow, and then green. anything. I did not have those colors with me. Otherwise, I would do with those colors only because that makes sense. Sunburst, isn't it? Like sunflower or like a sun. So we will do a slip knot now. Simply take the yarn. I'm just showing this to you for the last time in this video. Just wrap it around your finger, forming an X in this way. Hold the ends with these two fingers. Pull your first loop, and then from below loop, pull the second one. Pull the second loop and the loose end together, and this is how you make a slip knot. Practice this over and over again. It is the easiest stitch and the first thing you should learn while crocheting. This is the first thing you should learn, isn't it? So we will begin with the last round. Last round, I'll teach you how to do. Okay, so in the first round, I taught you how to do a double crochet. Second round, puff stitches. Third round, cluster stitches. Fourth round, I will be teaching you new stitches like triple crochet stitch and half double crochet stitch. So I'll begin with, since triple crochet is larger in size than double crochet stitch, so we will be starting with chain 3. So at first, insert your hook in any chain 2 space of the last round and do a slip stitch there. So inserted the hook there, yarn over and pull it through that chain 2 space. You have got 2 loops. Pull your first loop through the second one. This is how you do a slip stitch, and it's super easy, isn't it? Now, we will do chain 3 because in this space we are going to do triple crochet stitches. Chain 3 done. Okay. You should know how to do a slip knot and chain stitches if you are a beginner. Practice those. Okay. After the chain 3, we will do triple crochet. For double crochet, we did yarn over. But in triple crochet, we will again do another yarn over. So yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the chain 2 space. Pull your yarn through it. You have got 4 loops in the hook. Okay. Stretch it. It should be slightly higher. Yarn over, pull your yarn through the first 2 loops. Now you have got 3 loops in the hook. Yarn over, pull it through next 2 loops. Now you have got 2 loops in the hook, and yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops, and your triple crochet is done. We will do it for 2 more times, that is yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So this is how you do a triple crochet, and this is larger than double crochet, as you can see in height wise. Okay, we will do one more triple crochet. Just follow the pattern. You will not do any other pattern other than this. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops, and you are done with 3 triple crochets. Okay, isn't this easy, guys? After that, we will do chain 3. I'll quickly show you how to do a chain because I think I did not show that to you properly in case if you are a beginner. Yarn over, pull your yarn through the loop already present in your hook. Yarn over, pull it through the loop already present in the hook. Yarn over, pull it through the loop already present in the hook, and 3 chains are done. 3 beautiful chains. I always prefer using cotton yarn over these acrylic yarn. You can see the difference. These are looking so clumsy, and the same stitches, this is looking so neat and clean, isn't it? I always prefer cotton yarn over these things. I don't like using these. Anyways, let's proceed. In the same chain 2 space, we are going to have 3 more triple crochet stitches. So this is the corner of the square, right? Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the chain 2 space of the last round and pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. This is how you do a triple crochet. yarn over twice, insert your hook in the same chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it. You have got 4 loops in your hook. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So one more triple crochet is remaining. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops, and then through the last 2 loops. And our corner stitch is done. Okay, now we will move to the next stitch. So in the next stitch, we are simply going to do 3 double crochet stitches. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook in that chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. We will be doing 2 more double crochets in the same space. I have shown you how to do a double crochet earlier. Simply yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 2 space and pull it, and yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. So this is how you do a double crochet stitch. Okay. Now in the next stitch we are going to do half double crochet stitch, that is shorter in height than a double crochet stitch. Okay, it proceeds like this: half double single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, then half triple crochet, triple crochet. Okay, so simple. Now I'll show you how to do a half double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it. You have got 3 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull it through all the 3 loops. So this is how you do a half double crochet stitch. We will do a total of 3 half double crochet stitches in this space. Yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 2 space of the last round, pull your yarn through it. We have got 3 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull it through all the 3 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull your yarn through it. 3 loops are present in the hook. Yarn over and pull it through all the 3 loops, and this is how you do a half double crochet stitch. So half double crochet done in this particular space. So now we are going to proceed to the next space where we will be doing 3 double crochet stitch. Remember the pattern properly, guys, because with this pattern you are going to have a proper square. Since we have got a circle in the center, so we need to have different sized stitches, then only it will form a square, as you can see. So 2 double crochet done. Let me show the last one slowly. Yarn over, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Okay, so with this, the first side of the square is completed. So we have reached here. Okay, let's do the next. In the next space, we will be doing a corner stitch again. What we have done in the first space? 3 triple crochet, chain 3, 3 triple crochet. We are going to repeat it here again. So crochet is simply about repeating patterns. Okay, so how to do a triple crochet? I'll show that to you again. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. This is how you do a triple crochet. Repeat it 2 more times for 2 more triple crochets. Yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So I'll do it quickly now, guys, because I have got little time left. So 3 triple crochets are done. After that, do chain 3. This is the corner space. Okay, and yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same chain 2 space of the last round, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. This is how you do a triple crochet, okay? And then we will just repeat it for 2 more times, just speeding it up. I've shown you how to do a triple crochet. I'll be showing that to you 2 more times in this round again. When we'll reach the corner spaces, okay? So I did in the corner, second, this is the second corner, 3 triple crochet, chain 3 and 3 triple crochet. Now we will proceed to the next side. So in the next space we will do 3 double crochets. So one done. Slowly show you how to do a double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull your yarn through it, pull your yarn through the first 2 loops, pull your yarn through the next 2 loops. One more double crochet is required here. Okay. Then simply in the next space we will do 3 half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in that next chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it. You've got 3 loops in the hook. Pull your yarn through all the 3 loops together, and this is a half double crochet. We will have 2 more half double crochets. So second one is done. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it, and yarn over and pull it through all the 3 loops, and your third half double crochet is also done. Okay, now in the next space we will be having 3 double crochet. I'll just speed up now because I've shown you how to do a double crochet over and over again since the last 2 live sessions, isn't it? And now our second run, second side is also completed. We will now move on to the third corner space. So yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the chain 2 space, pull your yarn through it. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull it through the next 2 loops. And yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. Okay. So yarn over twice, insert your hook in the same space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops, and then through the next 2 loops. So this is how you do a triple crochet. We will do one more triple crochet and I'll slowly speed up. And then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. This is for the chain 3 space of the square. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the same chain 2 space, pull your yarn through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops, and then through the last 2 loops. We will be having 2 more triple crochets. Remember to do this pattern. As you are a beginner, I will suggest, I'll suggest you to stick to the patterns that you learn. Then you can invent your own patterns as time follows. Okay, so this is how you do triple crochets. So third corner is done. We'll move to the third side. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next space, pull your yarn through it, pull your yarn through the first 2 loops, then through the last 2 loops. So 2 more double crochets are needed. If you miss it by any chance, simply you can come back to my channel later on. This live is going to stay forever, and I'll also make a playlist of live videos. Oops. Okay, sorry. I did one mistake. So we did 3 double crochets here. In the next space, we are going to have 3 half double crochets. Yarn over, insert your hook in that space, pull your yarn through it. Pull your yarn through all the 3 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull your yarn through it. You have got 3 loops in your hook. Pull your yarn through all the 3 loops, and this is how you do a half double crochet. Do it one more time. Okay. And now I hope it's looking good. Now our square is the structure is taking place properly, isn't it? In the next space, as usual, according to the pattern, we will be having 3 double crochets. Just I'll tell you one thing about after this stitch, 3 double crochets are done. So how are we forming the square? Triple crochets are higher in size, then slightly smaller double crochet, then smaller one, half double crochet, then again increase the stitches in size, that is a double crochet, and then again triple crochets. In this is the fourth corner. This is how you do a triple crochet, that is yarn over twice, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops, and then through the last 2 loops. So this is a triple crochet. You can make bigger stitches also. Learn to do that. Okay, that will be, oh sorry, forget whatever I said. So 3 triple crochets are done. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same space. pull your yarn through it, pull your yarn through the first two loops, then through the next two loops, then through the last two loops. Okay. Then we will be having two more triple crochets in the same space as this is the pattern. Three triple crochet, chain three and three triple crochet. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it, pull your yarn through the first two loops, then through the next two loops, and then through the last two loops. This is how you do a triple crochet. So now we are left with the last side of the square. So in the next space, we are going to have three double crochet stitches. So one, two, yarn over, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it, pull your yarn through the first two loops, then through the next two loops. In the next stitch, next space, we are going to have three half double crochets. Yarn over, pull your yarn, and then three loops, pull your yarn through all the three loops. Hi, this is turning too beautiful. Thank you so much, Ambika. This means a lot. We will do two more half double crochets. Yarn over, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it, then pull your yarn through all the three loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through all the three loops. And this is how you do a half double crochet stitch. So three half double crochets are done. Now we are left with the last set of three double crochets. I like to do two. I will try. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. After this, we will do three double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook in the space, pull your yarn through it, yarn over and pull it through the first two loops, then yarn over and pull it through the last two loops. Repeat it for two more times for two more double crochet stitches. That is yarn over, insert your hook, pull your yarn through the space, yarn over and pull it through the first two loops and then through the last two loops. So our work is completed. We are simply going to complete this round with a slip stitch. With the first triple crochet stitch, so insert your hook in the first triple crochet stitch that is visible. Oh, oops, this is the second one. This is the first triple crochet stitch. It will take time. Okay, pull your yarn through it. You have got two loops in your hook. Pull the first loop through the second one, and this is how you do a slip stitch. Chain one, and then cut the yarn to secure it. Pull your hook, tighten it. And our work is done. This is what I wanted to teach you today, and this is super easy, isn't it? So my today's tutorial is complete. If you like this, then do subscribe to my channel. You can join my WhatsApp group. I'll show that to you now, how to visit my WhatsApp group. So this is the super beautiful. Thank you, Ambika. So this is the square. Just you can cut this extra yarn. This is not required. Okay, so this is the square. This is the one that I did with wool. I really don't like the texture of wool for doing crochet and all. You can use wool for making sweaters and all, but for projects like this, I love using cotton. So this is how it looks. So today I taught you how to do double crochet, puff stitch, cluster stitch, triple crochet and half double crochet. And of course, the basics that are magic circle, slip stitch, slip knot, etc. So I taught you those. Now let me show you one thing. This is the live video. So simply we will click the more option here, and here I'll just click the more, and here also more. So three links I have provided in the description box. First one is a link to the Sunburst granny square pattern. Uh, my today's work is actually Sunburst granny square. Where did I keep it? Sorry, this is a Sunburst granny square. Okay, so written pattern, I've written it down. Just click the link here. This is my website. I have not taken the domain. I have not bought the domain yet. So this is the free website. I'm just writing down my pattern. So cotton yarn or embroidery thread. So here I have used embroidery thread. This is also made up of cotton. Okay. So you can also, this is actually embroidery floss. You can also buy cotton yarn from internet, from their various websites also. They are really good for projects like toys and dresses and all. I've also made dresses for myself. So this is basically embroidery floss. Okay. How many strands? Six strands are available for each embroidery floss. You will take the full six strands. Okay. I hope you understood. So I clicked the link there. So just close it. Just show this to you again. Mm, Just for the written pattern, click this link, first link. You will be taken to my pattern. I have just written everything down. The slip stitch, the abbreviations, how to do a puff stitch, how to do cluster stitch, and a stepwise written pattern with all the pictures, step by step pictures. So I've really worked hard on this, guys, so for you to follow. So the written pattern is provided, all the pattern is there. So this is one thing that you can follow. You can join my WhatsApp group, the second link, and you can also follow me in Instagram, that is the third link. So this is my Instagram account. Please, guys, visit this and do follow me here. Okay. So thank you. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. I hope you liked today's video, and even I enjoyed this. So today I taught you how to do a sunburst granny square, and in the next class, that is the next Sunday, 7:30 p.m., I'll be showing you how to do a daisy granny square. This is a daisy flower, like right? You can at first you will be making a flower, and then you will convert this into a square. So this is also easy, and this today's work contain 4 rounds. Um, Thank you. And in the next class, where I'll be teaching you how to do a daisy square pattern, it will be having 3 rounds, so it is easier to follow. And I will be teaching you another new stitch, that is a popcorn stitch. Okay, so every class new stitches. Okay, so this isn't this pretty? So with this, I'll end my class. Just I'll show you. In my first class, I taught you how to do a basic granny square. In the next class, I taught you how to do a solid granny square. And today, I taught you how to do this. Next class, I will be teaching you this. The written pattern is already available in my website. You can check it out. Yes, of course, I'll make a cap for you once I complete it. Okay, so done. If you liked this, then do subscribe to my channel, guys. It will help me a lot. Thank you. Bye. Tata.